how do you tell when a designer is about to pop off? For real though, like how can you tell? Because we cover a lot of brands on this channel and pretty much all of them are medium big or like really, really big, right? From like Enfant Riche Prime, medium size, small, medium brand, Balenciaga, massive, giant conglomerate, right? What about small brands? What about small brands that kind of feel like they're on the verge of becoming big? That's what we're here to look at today. Because I want to talk about the designer Alexander Digenova.
Digenova?
I like Digenova, we're just gonna say that. Alexander Digenova is a really interesting designer. He's been around for a while, doing collections, kind of like dark, goth, avant-garde, punk stuff, kind of like trash couture aesthetic, right? And I finally picked up a piece. I've been watching this designer from afar, and I've been intrigued. I've been like, there's something here, there's something interesting, but is it enough for me to buy in? And we may have finally made it, or I guess we did, because I did actually literally buy in. But this piece, it is not just Alexander Digenova, because Digenova did a pop-up event in New York with Bloody Oriris, and Bloody Oriris' brand Murder FM. So this is a hoodie from Alexander Digenova for Murder FM by Bloody Oriris. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care a whole ton about the Murder FM part. I bought this because I was curious to finally see what Alexander Digenova is all about. And here's the thing, this is his like iconic style. He does this layered, thrashed, distressed jersey over other pieces, and that's like his iconic calling card. If he pops off, which he may be about to do, it will be for this style. So I want to see what it's all about. Is it worth it? Is this designer worthy of popping off? Let's find out. Hey, if you enjoy my channel or if you're just stopping by and you're curious, I am selling a ton of the stuff that I've featured over the years on this channel, as well as stuff that you've never seen before on my Grailed shop. The link is in the description. Check it out. That's how I fund this stuff, so thank you. So this was a collaborative piece, and it came with a collaborative bag. The accoutrement, the tags, bags, and everything are part of the experience if you're trying to make it as a luxury brand. So let's see what we've got here. It is a cool design. You've got this kind of, I don't know, Russian type of thing. You've got some kind of, oh yeah, it's gotta be a Russian, right? Okay, cool little design, stars, that's nice, okay. And down here we have Alexander Digenova for Murder FM, Murder.fm? That can't be right. I'm gonna go Murder FM. I'm bad at these pronunciations apparently. All right, let's open up this bag. Damn, that's soft. All right, I mean, good start. I like the feel. You can start to see the thrashing, right? We do have a tag. It's the same thing. We can see a little more detail here. There's our church, Alexander Digenova from Murder FM. And the back is blank, except for the size. Size 1, they're going with like Japanese sizing here. A lot of brands are doing that these days. So there's the tag. And now I think we got to get this piece hung up. I'm sure you can see immediately, right off the bat, why this is a brand that may potentially be on the verge of popping off. It is very on trend, I guess you could say, for the kind of, I don't know, like trash core aesthetic, the dark avant-garde thrash type of thing that many people, like Bloody Oriris, are very into. But let's see what makes this piece tick. At the back of the neck, we do get a neck tag. It really matches the tag that we already saw. Alexander Digenova 4, Murder FM. That's stitched down on the sides. Super fleecy, soft interior here, okay? Woven tag, pretty standard there. And looking inside it, there are no care tags whatsoever. So the only indicator of size was on the back of the retail tag that we already looked at, and the neck tag is the only thing you get inside. I guess that makes sense because it is like a pop-up piece, limited, whatever. It's not like standard stock, right? But I would like to see, you know, what is it made of? Where was it made? What size is it if that tag got lost, right? That stuff is important, but it being like a limited pop-up piece, it's fine, it's forgivable. But now we get to talk about the piece itself, and this This treatment is so crazy. It is a paper thin jersey t-shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt essentially, that has been stitched into the neck seam of this hoodie, the hem, and then the cuffs down here as well. And then it's like a standard hoodie underneath. And this is really Alexander Digenova's calling card. This is what he is known for, doing it in hoodies and bombers and jackets, etc., etc., etc. And it's incredibly smart of him. I'm not going to pretend that he invented this type of layered thrash treatment. You know, Balenciaga has done it. Lots of other brands have explored this type of thing, especially Japanese brands. But he has kind of made it his signature style. So in the same way that Alix has the roller coaster buckle, right? Balenciaga has the crazy, strong, exaggerated shoulders. Prada has the nylon. This treatment right here is Alexander Digenova's calling card, and that's something that even a lot of much bigger brands never quite figure out. So the fact that he has this dialed in already is very impressive and is a very good sign. So the treatment is good, but is the piece itself good? Let's look under the hood here. So we already saw how thin this is. It is incredibly thin, incredibly soft. Basically like an Enfant Riche de Prime t-shirt, especially the early ones. That's the kind of vibe you've got for the jersey here. And then underneath, you've got this like nautical star, and you have this Murder 333R, right, print underneath. That's like a heavy, heavy white screen print right there. You can see the ink kind of caked on there. And you've also got this like sun-bleached look throughout. It's kind of muted in person, but on camera it's actually really standing out. The deep black here, and then these patches of fading, which I really like. If this looked just pure black, it would look a little bit more like assembly line, but I like the kind of handmade treatments that are going on here. It makes it feel, I don't know, a bit more special, I'd say. Here's the back. Really, the treatment is the same. Along the sleeves, you get more of these stars just peeking through. I love how you can get subtle branding to come through, so it's not like in-your-face logomania, but when you cover it like this, it gets a whole different vibe to it. And then at the back, you get more of this Murder FM branding, which again, I don't care about too deeply, but it's all about this treatment and this look. That's what I came for. You do get a hood here, and that has a couple real metal grommets. That's always good to see. Fairly standard woven drawstrings that are kind of like capped at the end like you'd expect to see on anything. Some sort of like mesh ribbed hems here, very, very stretchy. It's an incredibly soft and light hoodie in general. The cuffs, I do like that the jersey kind of comes down a little bit further here, and then you can see that underneath where it's sewn in, and the same thing. It's the same treatment at the cuffs here. Very cool. So I think the look is incredible, right? However, here's my concern. This is a very light hoodie, and not having care tags, I don't know what it's made out of. I don't know where it's made. I don't know. The hoodie itself has a little bit of the feeling of being a blank, which doesn't make sense. I think I would like to see this a bit heavier weight, a bit more treated. I don't know, just a bit more of a signature instead of a blank feel. That's my biggest criticism of this entire piece, because otherwise, it's just so incredibly cool. So what do I think about this piece? I'm not going to pass final judgment until I can try it on and see how it looks in a fit. I do think there's some derivative elements in the Alexander Digenova brand of all the other opium aesthetic stuff that's out there and is really popping off these days. But this style, this calling card that he's created for himself, is setting him up really well to do well in the modern streetwear and fashion scene. I really like the aesthetic. I like how it fits in to somebody like me, my personal wardrobe. Like, this will slot in immediately. I do think there's derivative elements. I'm guessing he's a big fan of Enfant Riche de Prime. That's one of the reasons why I think it works so well for me. But even like just this season, he put out a piece that I think literally on the hoodie it says enfant. And I get that E.R.D doesn't own the word enfant, but when you're this close aesthetically, that just feels a little bit too on the nose for me. Same thing, like he's got these like resin-coated European cigarette packs as necklaces with sterling silver chains. That's very cool. I really like the look of it, but is it trying a bit too hard? I don't know. I guess I've got to see how he evolves and where it goes, but for now, this piece, I think it's promising. And I'm really excited to see what he does going forward in the future. All right, now that we've checked out the details of this piece, what an interesting piece, right? I am so curious to try it on, see how it feels, see how it fits, but we can't just try it on in a vacuum. We have to put a fit together. So let's see what we're gonna be pairing this hoodie with. All right, so we've got our hoodie, and I think all we need are pants, shoes, and maybe a piece of outerwear, and then just random accessories and stuff. The biggest thing to pair this with is the pants. This one was a super no-brainer to me. As soon as I figured this out, I was like, oh yeah, no problem. So to go with this hoodie, we're gonna do the E.R.D like stirrup bondage canvas jeans here. The shoes, I think this goes heavily into that like opium vibe. We have got the Balenciaga trooper boots, the rubber trooper boots, so those will go right over the top here. You'll love to see it, they're effing massive. And then piece of outerwear. I don't know if this will look good on its own, but in case we need it or want to try it out for a pop of color, let's do the Vetements Alpha Industries, like cut and sew, super oversized bomber right here in like a peach pink. That piece is so sick. And then once you throw in the accessories and whatnot, that'll be our fit. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's get started here, and we're gonna start with these E.R.D like canvas stirrup suspender jeans. I love these things. I wear them all the time. They fit with so many different outfits and styles. These jeans are just like a workhorse for me. Yeah, they look good. Great. Let's move on. Let's get these shoes on. These are the rubber Balenciaga trooper boots. They're massive, chunky. I had to decide if I want the legs of the jeans to go over or inside. I decided to tuck them inside. That tends to be how these look best, and I do think it works here. Again, these boots, they're fire. Less of a workhorse. They work with less things, but when they work, I love them so much. And now it is time to get this hoodie on. So pulling it on, the first thing I notice is that, yes, it is light, but it is also absurdly soft. So I find myself having a hard time arguing with the feeling of it. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it would feel probably more expensive if it were heavier, a bit rougher, but honestly, this is just more comfortable. I would really love to know the country of origin for this. I don't know if it's the same as Alexander Digenova uses for the rest of their stuff, or if they did it kind of more like blank, cheaper style for this Murder FM collab. But I just want more information, because if this was, you know, a really nice type of fabric, it was made in Italy or even the USA, that'd be a different story than if it was a made in China blank that they then put the jersey over, you know? But anyway, let's finish out this fit. I think first, you know what, let's throw on these Enfant Riche de Prime X Terry Lazary sunglasses. They have the pink lenses that I think will make this next piece pop. I love these. I just always love these. I wear them all the time. And now let's get this last piece of outerwear on. This is the like peach pink Vetements Alpha Industries cut and sew bomber. It's like multiple bombers stitched together, so it's super extra wide. And honestly, I think if I were going out, I could take or leave this extra piece of outerwear, but from a fashion fit perspective, layering is good. Alexander Digenova, from their looks that I've seen, they like layering stuff. That's a thing that they like to do. So I think we'll go with this. We'll try it a few different ways here. And this is now our entire fit. I think it works. I'm not mad about it. I think honestly without the jacket, it works too. But a bit more specifically on this hoodie, I really think it is all about the look. And the feel on the inside, that fleece interior, it feels really, really good to wear. I wish it had a little bit more weight to it. And I'm a bit surprised about the sizing. It fits very true to size. This is a size 1, which usually about translates to a US men's small. And that's like exactly how this fits. It fits like a small. I don't know, I just assumed anything modern streetwear luxury is going to be heavy oversized, but this is super, super true to size, and it does fit me well. So I guess you could say I'm still on the fence about Alexander Digenova. I'm going to keep an eye on his stuff. I'm excited to see what he does in the future, and maybe in a couple seasons I'll pick another one up and see where he's at, because this basically what this is doing is it is piquing my interest. I love the treatment that he's gone with here. I think it's cool to own a piece of kind of history with the collaboration between Alexander Digenova and Bloody Oriris. That's a very little cool piece of fashion history to own, so I'm also very pleased about that. And it's going to look good. This is the kind of piece that works well for fit pics, you know? So if I'm trying to go hard there, it's going to work well. But really, I think there's a couple things I'd like to see tweaked, and I'm curious if he tweaks those going forward. All right, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel so you can see other ones coming up. Like this video, comment, let me know your thought. YouTube really likes that. It helps with the algorithm. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.